Awesome. I'm going to bring up someone who thinks he knows some shit. Him and I have been friends for a while now. I appreciate that he keeps putting me up and trying to amuse you folks from time to time. Let's get a nice big round of applause for the producer of the show, my friend Doug X.
That wasn't him being nice. That was like a preemptive guilt strike for the shit I'm going to talk about him now.
You don't feel guilt, sir. It requires a soul.
I can't speak to the existence of a soul, but I know that weed numbs the shit out of guilt. It's just because you don't feel guilt or shower. No, Richard posted, he's like, I am so excited for the shower tonight. And I posted right away, I'm like, I can't tee it up, I'm going to take a swing. I'm like, is it that time of the year already?
It's 2019, baby. Gotta get that shower in.
Alright, that's enough, not a team sport. I don't go around to your job and knock the sailor's cock out of your mouth.
Hey man, 20 bucks is 20 bucks. Don't criticize me.
Whatever pays for the weed, man.
Whatever pays for the weed.
So, I'm not good with appearances. I mean, you can take a look at me and clearly I don't have a grasp on what kind of message I'm sending. Like, I don't put thought into it. I'm just not good at it. And I recently took on a job working full-time for somebody else the first time in 10 years. And I hate it. You know, at least when I was like, you know, working for myself, I understood my boss was a jerk. And so, but to get this job, I was told I had to like wear a suit, that just a sport coat and a tie and a shirt and Dockers was not going to cut it. So I had to actually wear slacks. So I understand that this is not an interview, it's not paper, and appearance was very important. And I went, and I was willing to spend $280 at Macy's on slacks. What apparently I wasn't willing to do was button 3 buttons on my shirt. Because the person at HR was like, you know, you got a button unbuttoned. I was like, oh, and I buttoned it. And another one. I got that one. And I was like, yeah, you're still missing one. And that wasn't intentional. That wasn't me being fuck authority. That was with my best efforts at trying to look well, trying to look good. I still missed 3 buttons on my shirt. Which I realized that this had been a pattern, and I don't think I've buttoned those 3 buttons in the last 10 years. Well, because when you're in court, you know, a lot of sins are hidden by a sport coat. And it's not just at work. So on New Year's Day, one of the comics was posted about going to an atomic ballroom for some swing dancing on New Year's Day. And I actually, as much as I'm uncoordinated, I can swing dance because it has steps. And really, the guy just has to stand there. And on a good day, I can just stand there for 5-10 minutes at a time without falling over. And I went and I put on, like, I wore basically this. And I found that there's a threshold. Like, with a sport coat and camel pants, you're tolerably eccentric. And if I ask people to dance, girls are willing to dance with me. Even girls actually ask me to dance. But then I got a little warm. I took off the sport coat. And when it's just a black sleeveless shirt and camel pants, you're a fucking urban terrorist. You have passed the line from tolerably eccentric to we have to call the cops. I didn't plan to do that experiment, but I like that my life is actually a social experiment. So when I'm not doing this, I'm a lawyer, as you all probably know at this point. And you know, what I do is criminal defense. And a woman asked me about this because I was getting 1099 to Office Depot, and she said, "What do you do?" And I told her, and she looked at me when I said, "Yeah, I do criminal defense. I keep criminals on the streets." And it took her a second, and she double taked, and she said, "That's a joke, right?" And I said, "Sure, if you want it to be." Like you. And she's like, I thought they were innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, we try to skip that proven guilty part. I would be nice if I had an innocent client. And when I have one, I'll tell you. I've been doing this for 9 years. the closest I have to an innocent client is someone who says they're innocent for like the first 5-6 weeks. My favorite client, my favorite story to tell is the dangers of text messaging. Because, bear with me, but it's okay to be heartbroken. It's even okay to text the person you're heartbroken to. You can say, I hate you. You can say, I hate you and I miss you and I'm confused. Alright, but what you can't say is, I'm probably going to murder you.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you can. You can do anything. But you can face felony charges up to 9 years in prison. So what you need to do is to put a little thought in and say something like this. There's a small but statistically significant probability something horrible might happen to you in the next 3 years. And that interjects enough legal ambiguity. Or if you want a little more obscure, a little more arcane, a little more recherché. How many comics are saying recherché? You could say, your existence, vis-a-vis our recent breakup, resembles that of Schrodinger's cat. So non-physics majors. That's a thought experiment where a cat was in a box with a 50-50 chance of poisoning itself with radiation. That's okay. It's a thought experiment, the way most people do it. Anyone know where I can get rid of about 50 dead cats? In a completely different topic. Cat murder. Always good for the laughs. So, let's see. I had a relationship, and I know it's confusing, because how on earth did anyone date me? But over 2018, look, I know what I look like. I'm doing my best to cover it up, dark sunglasses. Look, I know my strategy is one of concealment. I'm trying to bring hoods back in style. That went over way better than I'm happier about. That was too relatable. Anyway, but someone did, and of course I realized that I've got way too high standards. Because I want the person I date to treat me reasonably well. To care for me as a human being. And sleep with me on a regular basis is just piling on the expectations a little high. So, I have now decided that, having put thought into this, I'm winnowing down what I'm looking for in a partner. Because when we all start with a partner, you always look for, you think about, okay, I want her to have a degree. I want her to, understand art, enjoy museums. No. I've winnowed down to just 2 qualities. Intellectual honesty and great tits. And I'm willing to compromise on intellectual honesty. To be honest. And it just struck me. And I posted that on Facebook, as we do. And I expected to be ridiculed. I wasn't. For the first time in my life, someone sent me an unsolicited tit pic. Just happened. I'm not, there's no joke there. I'm just happy. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever written. Most rewarding. Let's see. So, it's the Women's March today, so I thought I'd do, feminist humor. I wanted to go to the Women's March, but apparently not enough to get in my car and drive somewhere. I had intended to go, planned on going, but we had a disagreement, me and the floor. But there's a lot going on. I mean, we can talk about that. But what about Michael Cohen? Right? This is the great part. This is the great part about the Donald Trump organization, is that he was given $50,000 hush money. And he only paid out $15,000. That's fine. That's expected. That's what Donald Trump does. But with the extra money that he swindled from the guy who was scamming for him, he bought a Twitter account to fake women who were into him. Like, that's just the best use of swindled money ever. I mean, because you're going to piss some guy off who's now likely to rat you out to the FBI. You know, because it's not like it's a federal crime or anything. And what was the purpose of that? What was the money saved for? To buy Twitter followers. In the age of social media whoredom that all us stand-up comics are, you can relate. What more do you care about than social media followers? I mean, like, if I could create a fake account of women who are into me. But I think that's pushing even fictional women too far.
No one will believe it.
That's what I'm saying. Really? From you?
Yeah, I know.
From I'mAFatFuck.com? Which is your dating website? LowerYourStandards.org?
Hey, man. I can spell my own.
Don't step on my joke. So, what I was saying is that, yeah, it would be too much to strain even for fictional women. So there would be something like, we're ambivalent about Doug. Doug isn't too awful at Twitter.com. It's about as far as I think I could push the fake Twitter account. That was fun for me. Which is what I said to my girlfriend. Thank you, Terry. But that's okay. Like, you know, even though we're not talking, every now and then I'll call her up just to hear her voice. And it's not in a stalker way. It's not because I miss her. I just want to be reassured about how good it is to be alone. And like, so I think that's great. Great things are great about being alone. Like when you don't end a relationship, there's no, and you have no hope of being in a future relationship. So I'm not talking about the upside of despair. Because people talk shit about despair, but despair is a great place to be because when you've given up, nothing's off limits. So, like, honestly, when I was younger, I spent a lot of time thinking about, like, oh, I want to go to a club and meet a girl, I want to go to dance and meet a girl. But when you realize that's off the table, there is absolutely no reason not to put your whole entire wardrobe in lime green and camouflage. And you can go play laser tag every Friday night for the rest of your life. Until the place gets a restraining order against you. Which should be soon. And I posted that on Facebook. This whole thing is just my social media account. But beneath that, in parentheses, I put, all of that is a lie. I'm dying from a lack of emotional connection. Please help me. And I enjoyed the tension of people reading that, having no idea how to take that. Is this a plea for hope? Do you need an intervention? Or are you just being you? I don't fucking know. On that cheerful note, I think that's what I've got for you guys today. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming for supporting Theater School Rejects. In 2 weeks, we're having one of our comics, Felice G. She's running the show. She's picking the headliner. She's picking the MC. It should be a lot of fun. I'll give you back to Richard.